Hello again. I thought I'd continue on with using the Taperlogy products that I was sent and make some more little pieces for the journal I'm working on. I have taken a few things out that I may want to play with. I've taken this sheet here from this lace paper pack that I was sent. I have just taken a selection of the ephemera pieces out from the journal kit that I might like to play with. I have got this mulberry type paper and this tissue paper from the handmade paper kit, and then I took out the greens that I'd originally taken out to play with before from this other paper pack as well. So a nice little selection there. I've also got the 2 sets of tags. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but if I've got a few things in front of me, then I can just play. I still have the laces and trims to the side here as well. So I need to keep in mind a lot of the things are like, oh, and I've got this as well. This was from the journal kit, so I thought that might be useful. I have to keep in mind the colours that I want to be working with. A lot of the ephemera pieces from the journal kit are rather darker, so I didn't take too many, but I did try and get ones. Well, I've got a couple of vellum ones, but a couple with lighter colours in them and a floral theme as much as possible. So we'll see how we go with those. Now I've got to just try and think of what I might like to do. Okay, so I don't want to completely cover the ephemera. Oh, I love that. These are stickers, so let's have a look at what's in here. These are botanical images. So there's a nice one there. That might work. There's also that pink one. Yellow. That one's quite pretty too, actually. What's behind there? That one. Or that one. Maybe that one. And there. And what else do we have here? There's that. Well, maybe we'll try making 2, whatever I'm making. That one. I don't want to cover too much of that one. Let's just pop those back in there. Maybe I can use, these are the lovely little tags, they're so pretty. And a pretty pink one there. See, it doesn't matter if I cover part of it. Yeah, see, I just kind of want, I don't need to read all that ephemera on there. Could be like that. Might need something a bit heavier looking. There's that one. It's very similar to that though, isn't it? What's that? See, that's rather lovely, isn't it? I wonder if I could just put that on there, like that. That might work a bit better. That might be too wide. Yeah, I'd have to cut that down a little bit, I think, because it's quite wide. So it'll sit more like that. Okay, needs to go back there. Is that the right colour for that one? I like those two. I'm just wondering, the pink, yellow, there's blue. There's a paler pink. Maybe that will go a bit better. Yes, I think the paler pink might go a little bit better on there. What I'm making is little tuck spots. So let's just put these back in here. Like that. And we'll use these on something else. These are stickers, see, so they need to be put straight on, although I can use them directly on pages under things as well. Let's think now. We've got those three. We've got this here. I don't know what it's like. Let's have a look. To add a little bit of texture behind it. I do want to pop the little thing out because I can put a bit of string through that or something. Maybe that one. There. Do I want that there? Yeah, I do, because I kind of want to cover the seed part. So they're both heading in the same direction, but that's okay. I'm going to cut the inside frame out of that one, otherwise it might be a bit wide for the journal I'm making. I don't know if we want it on this either. That might be... No, I don't want it on that one, but I think I need to lighten it a little bit. I wonder what it would be like. I think that's a bit too light on there, because it's quite dark, isn't it? But that's dark as well. Oh, that's one of the stickers, isn't it? Is it? No, it's a piece of ephemera. I think this is a bit too dark. Let's have a look what the other ones were and see what we can use. I kind of liked that one, didn't I? Where's that? I could put a sticker. No. Maybe we're just making two. What's that one? It's a nice light colour, isn't it? And I don't need to add the sticker to that if I use that. I don't. That's not a sticker. That. And another tag. There's a pink one. I could use it on that kind. That way we get to see the bicycles as well. There's green, blue, yellow. There's another pink, blue. There, like that. Hmm. Maybe I'll just stick with the two, mainly because I'm only making one journal, so I don't need too much of the same thing in it. So I'll just leave it at those two because I'm happy with those two. And I'll just cut that down so it fits okay. And I'll cut them both out and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've trimmed that one down. I just took the border off around it. I do need to ink it a little bit, I think. That. Stay. Okay, something like that. That one. This is in the bundled sage. distress ink. Goes on there like that. I probably, that one's quite thick enough. I think that one is as well, so they don't need backing for strength at all. What was I going to do? On one of these paper packs, there's a bit of string. So let's just cut a bit of that off and use that on here. It's only for decorative purposes. Go on there. I might trim it down a little bit. There we go. I'm trying to get into the habit of making something every day, even if it's something very small, because I've kind of got out of my groove of creating, and I'm trying to get back into it because I love crafting. I absolutely love it. But sometimes, you know, like life throws a little bit of a spanner in the works, and you just get out of your rhythm of doing things. Okay, and that, shall we do that one as well? I think, although it's very green as it is, but it'll just finish it off. So probably see a few more videos from me now, because just trying to get back into the groove and to talk to the camera. I'm so out of touch with talking to the camera that, you know, a lot of the time I just sit here and it's silent and I think, oh my goodness. So try and get back into the swing of things. So that's going to go like that. I'm going to stitch that on in an L shape across there. And the same on that one. And I'm wondering, I've still got all these I can use too. I intend on making more than these two. I'm wondering if I could put a little bit of something along there. No, it's too dark. Put a bit of that. That could work. I've changed my thread because it's got a very pale colour in it at the moment. Still got that piece there as well. I don't think it would go there. Maybe not quite long enough actually. Oh, there's that pretty one there. Could use a bit of that, couldn't I? Make sure it's the right way. Maybe that one. Oh, oh, what happened there? Okay, so we can use that lovely little mesh lace there. It's so pretty, isn't it? Look at that. Delicate. Do I want it under or over? I think I like it over like that. Like that. Yes, I think so. What did I say that? No, stop it. Okay. Alright, so I've stitched those on. As you can see on the back, I've just done a zigzag stitch in an L shape so that that is now a nice little tuck spot. Like that. So there's 2 of those that will be added, and this is the size of the page here, and so they will fit along the edge there like that nicely. And I can either use a straight stitch and sew those on, that way I've got 2 stitching lines, or I can just glue that on, and then that will be a little tuck spot, and that will be a tuck spot, and that will be a tuck spot as well. So I could use like that would make a nice little tuck behind there. It's not quite long enough though, is it? You know, something like that. I'd have to trim it down just a little bit. Or even that would be quite nice. And back it with some tea stained paper. And put something on the top. That would be quite nice. It would, so I can do that for that one. And this one, do I have another? I started sort of getting a few pages. I won't put it on the outside, I'll put it on the inside like that. And that one as well. What have we got in here? Well, we've got this, haven't we? It's not long enough though. I wanted something a bit longer. I like the red one. I do like the red one. That could work in there. Or I'll use that somewhere else. See, that one's quite long. I like that one. I think I have to trim it down just a little bit though. So it's skimming the edge there. That way it'll fit nicely, because I have to keep in mind I need to either glue, I'll probably stitch it so I can get nice and close, to be honest, and also have enough room on the paper. That one I have to watch that as well, like that. Yes, that will be nice. And then on there, maybe let's have a look. These edge strips there. Maybe have to back them first. I'll have a think about that. So that's pretty much how that will look. And then I've got a little tuck spot in here that I can put something in as well. Oh, hang on. I remember these little ones. I don't want to, like, you know, if you cover too much, you can't see what's behind it, can you? That little one covers the lady though, so I need a narrow skinny one there. Where's that? There's that. Scrap it. Oh, that's perfect fit. Look at that. Who would have thought? So I could have that on there. And it could be journaled on the back, and I'll leave that as just a where was I putting that? In here. So that's just like that. And that can go in there like so. So they've gone a bit crooked there. Oh no. There. So that can go in there, and this one have I got, I know I do somewhere. I put them there. Oh, here we go. These are the edges of the pages. I only want a skinny one, so I could cut this in half. And use that. Just trim that side down a bit. Like that. And that can go in like that, which will be nice. So it needs sticking on there. And I will stitch around that one also. Okay. Maybe I should ink a little bit around this one. Okay, and that one can go in there. In there, like that. And they will be backed on tea stained paper as well. I can use this to do that. Same sort of thing. I just glue in the center of it mainly so I can stitch around the outside of it. And that way I don't clog my needle up either. Which one was I putting where? Was that one going in there? I can't remember now. Okay, so that will be stitched into there. Do I want something across the top? That's elasticated, but I can add something at a little bit later, I think. Sometimes you have to get the feel of the journal when it's being made, because that's quite pretty too. Yeah, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Maybe I could put that on there, a little bit up the top. Let me just ink across there first. Mainly the back, otherwise I can't get to it. Okay, and I think I'll put a bit of that on there. So, 11 there. Oh. There and there, I think. Should a little bit less there. And there. There. Okay. I'll stitch that on. Okay, so that is stitched on now. So that goes in there like that. Kind of complements this pretty lace down the bottom there as well. And this needs to be stitched on very close to the edge. I want a little gap, but I might lift it up a bit though, because I like the lace coming out the bottom, but not too far, in case somebody wants to stand the journal up. So I'm thinking about there. Will be fine. Okay, and I will stitch that on. Okay, so that's stitched on. You can see it on that side, and that's fine. Get rid of that thread. It'll be like that. That will go in there like that, and I may put something on there. That will go in there, and it just fits. It does fit, but I'm just going to take a little tiny bit. off the edge to make it a better fit. That also needs inking a bit, not a lot. Okay, that should fit a little bit. Yeah, that gives it just a little bit more room on that side, about 1/4 of an inch. So that's that done. And that can poke out just a little bit like that. I've got to remember there's a bit of lace behind there. I forgot about that. Usually just have to make sure it tucks under it or something. It's okay. So there we go. Oh, it says lace curtains. That's nice, isn't it? And then this one, I need to do the same sort of thing here. I need to just sew it all on and do the same thing, yes. And then I'll be back. Alright, so there's a couple of tuck spots done. I used 2 trims in this one. I used a purple colour to bring the purple in the flower out. But I'm not a huge fan of purple, so I went over it with this little creamy coloured one. And that's stitched on. I used a straight stitch and a zigzag to put that one on. And that's on the inside of a page. And that one's on an outside of a page. So there's 2 tuck spots done. I'm quite happy with that. And of course, you know, I could add something to these top pieces once I put the journal together. A bit of stamping up here or something, or maybe a little bit more sewing even would look nice. But that's some tuck spots made there, so I can put those to one side and think about something else to make now.